Good morning. My name is Tom Swanson, attorney at law, and this is Law of the Streets, a periodic presentation on streaming of law and how it deals with today's issues and lifestyle. Today, the title is The Toughest Court. We're on the eve of either drama or spectacle regarding the confirmation of Bret Kavanaugh for Justice of the Supreme Court. These hearings are part of the constitutional power of the Senate, called advice and consent, where the Senate must approve by majority vote Judge Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court if he's to get there. If the vote fails, then his nomination will have been rejected. Tomorrow, there is anticipation that there will be a sex abuse accuser, Dr. Ford, who will testify, and that the nominee will also testify. We're not really sure how it's going to play out, but we shall see what we shall see. I wanted to bring up this point, a couple of points. One is that, first of all, there are many accusers with respect to sex abuse that wait a long time to make the accusation, but their accusations later turn out to be true. Everybody from Jerry Sandusky to Bill Cosby to others were ultimately determined to be legitimate claims of sexual abuse. As a lawyer, I've handled, as an investigator, many different types of criminal and civil matters. And as a lawyer, I've dealt with many family violence issues. I've defended a military recruiter on a rape charge. I've defended a minister on a rape charge, and I have dealt with many sexual harassment cases, both representing the accuser and the employer. And I consider sexual harassment to be sexual abuse. And so you have situations where many times people wait a long time to make the accusation. And then the question becomes, well, should they be believed? Why should they be believed? Well, it points out a significant problem from an investigative standpoint. One thing you learn as an investigator is a concept known as the degradation of evidence. Now remember, evidence is information that tends to prove or disprove something. But from the time of an incident, the evidence begins to degrade, whether it's a car wreck case, whether it's a sex abuse case, the evidence begins to degrade almost immediately. For any of you who've ever seen these shows like, the First 48 and so forth, early investigation is a critical thing because the evidence is degrading. So you can imagine how the evidence would degrade after 30-some years. And also, sex abuse is many times unique because it's not done in public. It's usually in a private venue, and that makes it even more difficult. So why are people, in light of the impairment of evidence, so ready to accept the claim of sexual abuse? Well, the answer lies in the fact that sex abuse has been so rampant, even in institutions that we typically trust, like the Catholic Church and the ministries of churches, and coaches and scoutmasters and people like this. And after a while, people get very cynical when they see this, and they just take the position sometimes that this seems to be going on all the time, so why not believe it? Now, the evidence in this case, we don't know everything. There's going to be supposedly a professional sex crimes prosecutor questioning the parties tomorrow. But I would make this point, and this is something that I think that Judge Kavanaugh will appreciate when this is all said and done, and I hope we all appreciate it, and that is the toughest court in the land is the court of public opinion. And the court of public opinion doesn't follow the rules of evidence. You can't say objection, that evidence is tainted in some way. They have the right to believe it or not. And so the thing is that if you feel strongly one way or the other, well, sometimes you just have to accept the fact that someone, based upon their personal experiences or something that would normally not be considered proper evidence, considers that in the court of public opinion. So the thing is that if Judge Kavanaugh is confirmed, he will have had to deal with the toughest court that exists. That is the court of public opinion. This is Tom Swanson, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now.